Literally.
Oh, it's hot. Good thing we're going to be in the shade here.
Welcome back to Background Journals.
Welcome back, everyone.
We are going to do something a little different this time around.
Yes, I think it's going to be our annual trip to a provincial park. And it's a provincial park that we didn't even know existed, really.
No, our friends Harry and Michelle are taking us over there for the first time.
Yeah, they're waiting.
Hi.
We have schlepped all of our gear down.
That's
Normally wouldn't have been as difficult as it was, but the roads were closed off because of
the parade.
Pride Parade.
Yeah.
And so we had to take the long way around, but we made it here. The ferry is here to take us across.
So we gotta take it. It's tiny. Anyways, it's gonna be a very short ferry ride, and then we're gonna be over on the island that we're gonna go to. And it's a bit of a spooky island too. So
We'll tell you about that later.
yeah, we're gonna tell you about that later. Anyways, we'll catch you over on the island once we got everything loaded up onto the ferry.
We'll see you there.
See you there, bye.
Bye.
Hi, we got the bigger ferry, we got everything on, so good thing they got the bigger ferry because there's a lot more people too. So that was the original ferry that we thought we were going to go on. And now everything is in here.
Checking in for Michelle McMillan. Just checking in.
Awesome.
It's nice here. There's no wind, eh?
No, none at all. It gets hot on this island. That's what I figured. All right, here we got our site. Got a bin right there. And I think we're gonna set up our tents right over there in this area here somewhere. And then I think we're gonna explore a little bit later on. Ooh, it's hot.
There's a lot of water. That's kind of why I wanted it.
Okay, sorry for wearing hat and glasses. Not something I usually like to do, but the sun is very, very bright. And I'm a ginger, so I burn real quick. Anyways, we are just walking around a little bit, and Harry's gonna pop back onto the ferry to get back over to Nanaimo because he's got an appointment there where he's got to film something, and then he's going to come back with his boat. So we're just going to send him off on the ferry right now, and yeah, I guess we'll go around and explore a little bit. Hey guys, so we're just saying goodbye to Harry there when he pops back onto the ferry and does his thing over back in Nanaimo, and then he's going to be back. In the meantime, we thought we were going to explore the island a little bit, but I actually had to come back to the campsite because it's so brutally hot out there right now. We're in full sun and the campsite's got a little bit of shade, so that's awesome. I just dunked my hat in the water. So, hoping to show you around a little bit, but we're going to do that once the sun's gone down a little bit and it cools down a little bit, and we'll see you then.
Okay, Harry's going to be at the dock any minute now, so we're going to make the journey down to collect the rest of our stuff.
So Harry's back, and he brought all of that stuff over with his boat. Good job, my friend.
You know what? Second time ever using it, not bad.
That's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Anyways, we pulled it all up here, and Harry, it's time for a drink, isn't it?
Yes, yes it is.
Time for a drink, and then we'll decide what we're gonna do later.
I don't know if we're gonna go to the pub or if we're going to stay around here. We don't know yet.
We'll find out. Stay tuned. I'm exhausted.
Alright, we need to check out the derelict boat. Look at this bad boy. I like the owl up there. Just take it off.
Good morning, everyone. That's a good night in a tent. Something a little different. The air mattress held the air, which is always important and good. So we had a pretty good night's sleep, actually. Wind was going a bit last night. Still is, but I think it's about to die down. The sun is already beaten down pretty good right now, so I'm gonna head back into the shade. I think everyone else is making coffee. Is Harry making coffee?
Good morning, we're making coffee.
Awesome. I'll be right there.
Just off the coast of Nanaimo, British Columbia, lies Newcastle Island. Today, it's a peaceful marine park where families picnic and hikers explore forest trails. But beneath its beauty, the island holds one of Vancouver Island's darkest legends, the story of Kanaka Pete. In the mid-1800s, Peter Cacao, a Hawaiian laborer, known then as Kanaka, arrived in Nanaimo to work in the coal mines. He married a local indigenous woman named Mary, and together they had a baby daughter. But on a cold December night in 1868, tragedy struck. After returning home from drinking, Cacao allegedly discovered his wife preparing to leave him. In a violent rage, he murdered Mary, their infant daughter, and her parents with an axe. He then fled across the water and hid on nearby Newcastle Island, camping at what now is called Kanaka Bay. Authorities soon captured him, and by March 1869, he was tried, convicted, and hanged on Protection Island. His burial proved equally grim. Neither settler nor indigenous communities would allow him to be buried in their cemeteries. Instead, his body was laid to rest in an unmarked grave, right where he had tried to hide. Over a century later, Newcastle Island's Kanaka Bay is said to be haunted. Campers whisper about ghostly figures by the fire, phantom screams, and the echo of axe blows in the night.
They last 4 hours. That one only lasts an hour and a half of run time.
Oh, really? That's it?
That's it. These ones are 4, and you can link them all together.
Oh, interesting.
Not fish for you guys, like to make you guys out.
Have you seen my YouTube channel?
You've seen
I don't catch anything.
It's kind of a laughing joke on the channel. Like, I literally don't catch fish. Like, very natural looking.
Cool.
So yeah, you can turn it to
That's
orange.
not going to cost $1 million.
No, it was $20 3 years ago. I bought that when I first started my channel.
Okay, for inflation, it's going to be $25.99.
It might be $40 now. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
All right, I made it down to the dock, and we're gonna load as much stuff as possible into Harry's boat right there.
What's the worst that could happen?
Well, the wind's picking back up.
The wind's only getting worse. No big deal.
Well, that was a fun trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much to Harry and Michelle for organizing this and making it happen.
Yeah, it was a little bit different.
Yeah,
that was
so much
different. It was a lot of fun. This, like I said earlier, this is our annual provincial park, provincial park trip. So, and this is, we actually think we have not named it yet. I don't think we've set the name yet. We're actually on Newcastle Island, just off of
Nanaimo.
Just off of Nanaimo. It's just a very short, maybe 10-minute ferry ride across. And yeah, that was a lot of fun. We actually just loaded up Harry's boat with all kinds of other belongings. And we had a mad dash over to the ferry that was about to leave.
It was full of school children, so. But they're going to turn right around and come back, thank God.
So we're going to do that.
Yeah.
And then we will be doing tent camping again in the near future, but somewhere completely different and remote. That's going to be really fun. We were talking about that last night. A little bit of a different video. Thank you so much for tuning in.
And don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and it's not a comment button, but if you leave a comment down below, it's much appreciated as well. Thank you so much for following us along.
Bye.
Bye.
I used to.
So did I loved it actually.
Look at that balance.